My name is Stefano Stramigioli. I'm professor of advanced robotics at the University of Twente. And I'm also been involved in setting up iBotics, which is a cooperation with TNO, which is a big institute in the Netherlands, which actually bridges innovation from the research side to industry. The University of Twente is one of the leader of innovation in the Netherlands, if not the, more than 1,000 spin-offs, and therefore we have a lot to offer for RIMA in this context. I was involved also from the EU Robotics in setting up a number of digital innovation hubs, and RIMA is an example of one of these big digital innovation hubs that have been put in place in Europe, especially for inspection and maintenance. I think RIMA will be a pillar for the future of innovations in inspection and maintenance in Europe. I was very motivated to work toward the creation of RIMA because I strongly believe in cooperation. I think that Europe, one of the big important things of Europe is the cooperation among the states and the various institutions, and that is different than elsewhere in the world. So when this opportunity came across, and considering the activities that we have together with TNO, I thought that RIMA was a perfect place to be active for European innovation. The University of Twente is really an innovation university, and therefore what we can provide to RIMA and the various stakeholders involved is our knowledge in coaching and business development, and that's why we have been very active in that respect. So what we can provide as the University of Twente together with TNO is the expertise that we have in bringing innovations to market. I can say that our future service is, of course, we are a research institution, so it's a technology development and knowledge that we have. We have a big infrastructure, which is Space 53 and tech base, where we can actually fly outdoor, or we want to put in place in the future infrastructure in order to do some really field testing in an environment which we can actually do what we want without any risks. But besides that, I think that our important feature is the expertise that we have in innovation. So coaching, access to finances, and in fact one of our members have been very active in trying to coach the stakeholders to create and to bring innovations to market. So it really is a span from the technology side and together with TNO and iBotics, but also the more business side, how to make the step between ideas to products. RIMA is a big network. We have stakeholders that work from the very technical side to the products, and therefore it's a big network in which all the SMEs and stakeholders can be involved and find support for the stage in which they find themselves toward the innovation that they want to provide. So if somebody needs to do some testing, we can provide as RIMA different facilities where people can do some field testing, for example. If they need some support for access to finances, that's what we also can provide. So all those things which are important to bring an idea to the markets, I think that RIMA is the place to go. It's the kind of one-stop shop where people that want to contribute to inspection and maintenance in the innovation in Europe can come to. The fact that Europe has started this digital innovation hub, I think it's a sign of how Europeans want to work together. I think that Europe has very different culture, a very different way of working, and that is the richness that actually Europe has. And in fact, a network like this at the European scale allows to the various nations involved to work together and to create leadership for innovation in the field. One of the important things that, of course, was planned in the phase of creating Digital Innovation Hub is actually a plan on sustainability. So the idea is, of course, that the European Commission has has financed these digital innovation hubs for a certain period, number of years, to then have a way to be sustainable for the future. In fact, RIMA has a double plan. On one side, the oil and gas will be supported by Sprint, one of the partners of the program, who has a long experience in that. And EU Robotics, which is an association which actually was leading in the creation of the ideas of Digital Innovation Hub for robotics, will be actually involved for the other parts of the fields that inspection and maintenance is important. So I think that for Europe this has been a start, a good start for something for the years to come. I'm very satisfied about the results. I think what is the most important thing, as I said, is the fact that you create a network, that people get in contact with each other, and then you have a structural way to work together, and the knowledge that other stakeholders that would not normally get in contact with people in other countries have now the opportunity and the way, structural way, to interact. And that is already, I think, the most important result and the main idea about Digital Innovation Hub in general. I think the impact that RIMA will have after the end of the project, of course, will be determined by the plan on sustainability that it will be put in place. Of course, the finances of the European Commission will end after RIMA and as a project. But the good news is that Sprint is an association which has been involved from the start, has already been very active and has proven very effective in the oil and gas industry. At the same time, EU Robotics has been an association effective for many, many years, and also being vice president of research of EU Robotics, I can speak the commitment that EU Robotics has in order to continue this effort for the other fields which are not oil and gas. So I think that this is just a start, and even if the project will end, I am pretty sure that the heritage will not end and will be built upon in the coming years. Inspection and maintenance is a core technologies that we need in Europe. A lot of problems are coming up, infrastructure maintenance and old infrastructure, etc., etc. And I think that robotics is the only way to actually cope with the big problems and the big challenges that are in front of us. Manpower and safety is a big issue. There are less and less people that do certain jobs, or certain jobs are very dangerous. And those jobs can be done with robots. So I think that it is a very strategic field to be active for Europe in inspection and maintenance, not only for their own market, but also for the market outside. And considering that you have very many different infrastructures because of different countries that compose Europe, I think that also it's a unique platform in order to develop technology which can be then possibly exported to other countries of the globe. We are unfortunately living in a very difficult times due to the war in Ukraine and energy problems, etc. Can technology help? Can robotics help in this? Well, that's very difficult question to answer. I always think that technology can certainly help in all those issues. And you need leadership. So I think it's not just the technology, it's the use and deployment of technology together with leadership that can certainly help. I think robotics specifically, for example, for the energy crisis that we have, there should be more involvement in innovation, be less dependent on for example, Russia in this respect. And I think that there is a lot of technology out there that can help in order to speed up the process of the transition of energy. But then, of course, we need to lower down the boundary of bureaucratic delays that can occur along the line. So let the technology drive the efforts to solve the challenges we are confronted with. Also, I would like to take the opportunity to really thank the European Commission for the opportunity which has been given to the RIMA Consortium, and to all the colleagues of consortiums with which has been a pleasure to work with. And I'm really looking forward in the coming years, because I think that this was just the start, and I hope that we'll be able to address many of the challenges in front of us, not only for inspection and maintenance in general, but also for society, considering the big issues that are actually around the energy are playing a role in our era now.